Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to go over the Trent Bolte interview in a few segments and try to analyze a little bit of his body language as we go along. Alright, I do want to say during this small clip that I have, Trent is deceptive during most of it. We end up finding out why at the end of this clip. And it is because he does not want the investigators to know that he has sex for money. But that is what he does. However, I do believe Trent and Chris met up and Trent had a service to offer and Chris paid him for it. So if that's all that they had going on, what is Trent's motive for coming in and telling the world? It's not like he goes and talks to his friends and tells them about every service he provides to every client. So you have to wonder, like, what is his motive here? Like, what's the point of telling the investigators about this? Is there more to Trent than we know? Or is he just looking for fame and money? Right? Alright, here we go.
Erased from numbers I dialed to.
So I'm kind of confused because you got those screenshots. How did you get these screenshots?
I got those screenshots the last time
He's rubbing his neck, lying. And later on, his body shifts to where it's completely out of line. But right now, I think he thinks he's going to be in this interview. He's going to be able to just tell a story, and they're just going to buy everything he says. And that's why he seems so calm, cool, and collected. But during this interview, he's completely deceptive. This part.
met up with Damien probably when this all came about, like Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, so
You can also tell by his throat, he's talking like this. And later on, when we listen to him, you can tell when he's telling the truth, because he talks like normal, and the language just flows.
did you just take them on the phone, or did he send them to you?
I took them.
Like with that phone, you took a picture?
picture.
Can I see this picture, the picture again? Sorry, I just want to see.
I wouldn't do this, but it shows his deception, so it may help with the other couple of videos I put up of him.
That's like a... That's not a picture of a phone. That's an actual screen, like, that's someone sending you a screenshot.
Oh yeah, Damien took the screenshots and then I took the picture. Yeah, I lined it up right. Yeah.
No, it's like perfect. Like, this looks just like someone sent you a screenshot.
Yeah, I don't think the only text that Damien was sending me is how stupid I am and
Can I see those?
how I erased them since then because
People in erasing texts in this. Ugh.
my ex-fiance, I mean, it was kind of negativity at the time and just getting to me more, so that's why. But
So Trent, can we have kind of a tough conversation?
sure.
Some of the stuff you're talking about is pretty hard to believe. And we're getting to the point where we're wondering if you're wasting our time.
I mean, is there a question or, I mean, I don't know.
I love how he's a smartass like that, though. It's kind of funny.
You want me to respond to that? I don't know what else you want me to.
These are the challenges that we have, right? You told us that you watched the video over and over, okay? So we know that you're aware of everything that's out there. And all you've talked about are things that anyone else knows. You haven't brought forth any information. You're having sex with the guy in his car and you don't know anything about him other than what the public knows about him, okay? You took $60 from him. You're a self-admitted booty call. And so now we're wondering if you're a hooker who maybe blew a guy who was a murderer and maybe feels guilty about it, or maybe feels like you're going to get in trouble about it. I don't know what's going on with you, but I don't know why you're here tonight.
Where was this guy when Nicole was being interviewed? Like, this is a great detective. I mean, talk about putting the pressure on.
Oh, I'm not a hooker.
Dupe and Delight. Dupe and Delight are uncomfortable having to discuss what he does. He's trying to lie and say he is not that, which he is. And he's probably uncomfortable.
Because she asked me to be here.
No. Back up. The call's between you and Damien and your friends who are blackmailing you. What's that about?
I don't know that it was Damien.
You told us it was maybe some friends who told Damien, and Damien knows about this. How does Damien connecting the dots between you and Chris?
Because I opened up to Damien back then about it when I thought that...
And now you can't find his phone number.
Well, I had cut every...
Stop. Just stop.
You see how that kind of doesn't make sense, Trent?
No. I mean, I see how it doesn't make sense, but I didn't ever think in this situation that I would have to recall every little detail. I'm not a hooker.
You're not recalling any details, Trent.
I'm not.
So that's why we're talking to you, because a lot of it doesn't make sense, because like we said, a lot of it is stuff that everyone else knows. If you took 5 minutes and looked through Shanann's Facebook page like you said you have, I could learn 90% about
I
these
didn't
people.
say I looked at Shanann's Facebook page. I said I saw one of her videos. I never said I looked at her Facebook page.
Okay, well,
You're
most of
on
our
national
Facebook stuff.
TV, and you're going to be on national TV again according to CNN, okay? So let me back up, because you can tell I'm getting a little bit angry, right? So before
Again, where was this investigator when they were talking to Nicole?
I get angry, how about we start over, and I'll say this. Now is the time to pull out of all of this, okay? Because you are about to get pulled into a nightmare by the national media.
I already have. I mean, I already have been. I was hoping you guys...
No, you walked into that. You haven't been pulled yet, okay? I just can't figure out why you're doing all of this. Why?
Now that's the same question I have. What is the motive? Does he have something to do with the tragedies? And feels guilty? And that's why he's in there to just... Hey, I knew Chris. Paid me for sex.
Why you're lying to us. Why you're here.
I mean... I guess you can have... I mean, yeah, you're free to have your opinion, your assumptions, but...
I don't want my opinion. I want the truth. What's happening? Why are you here?
He touched his nose and look at his body language. Like he's just sitting like... I don't know. It's definitely, he's uncomfortable. But it's because he's being deceptive.
What do you want out of all of this?
I don't want anything.
Then why are you going on TV?
All of this. I was scared that someone else was going to put it out there. I didn't want anyone else's narrative on it except for my own.
Narrative on what? That you guys gave each other blowjobs? It just doesn't make sense why he is coming forward. That's the only issue I have with Trent. I think throughout the whole interview, after they get over this hill of him being a prostitute, he's truthful. But what is the motive? Why? Fame and money? Or did he have something to do with the murders?
That's it. I probably acted foolishly. I'm probably...
Well, Trent, I'll be honest with you, when someone says, when we say, how sure are you that it's really Chris, you say 99%. Why would you not say 100%? Like, I had sex with the guy. That's the guy. Like, there's no question about it. Like, why would you even give us a 1% chance that wasn't?
I mean, that's just kind of...
No, that's weird. Most people that know for sure that that's that person, that's had that person for months and months and months would say, that's the guy. I mean, you have to think about it. It's not 99%, it's 100. Like, that's the guy. Do you see, like, we pick up on...
I don't know why that never sits well with me every time I listen to it. So what? He said 99%. God forbid there be a 1% chance it wasn't. And then he said 100%, and then they twist and turn that. I don't know, it just bothers me how they're grilling him like that for that. Just my own personal opinion.
Little clues like
Well,
that
yeah.
don't make sense to us.
But I didn't mean it like, I was just using that because, I mean, I guess people use that as a term. I'm 99.999% sure, you know, maybe that's why I used it.
Do you
That makes
think
sense.
there's a chance that, you know, obviously you were in a horrible relationship before, you have PTSD, you know, you talked about, you know, having children in other relationships that, you know, you now can't see and things like that. Do you think there's any chance that maybe you were kind of reliving some of those relationships from the past that, you know, kind of made you, when you see Chris's on the TV, it kind of was like, you know, brought some stuff back?
No, because my husband that passed away wasn't accused of murder.
I know, but you had a relationship with someone that had children and, you know, that kind of stuff, so. I mean, you've seen him on the news and his girls, and, I mean, do you think that happens to people sometimes?
No.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward it to where he basically admits that he took money for sex from Chris and then get going, because this is just kind of him still being deceptive and beating around the bush. Okay, here we go.
You're worried about something that maybe could have been illegal with regard to paying for sex, with regard to, you know, indecent exposure, with regard to anything like that? Is there anything? Because I got to be honest with you. I'm an FBI agent. She's a CBI agent. That's not stuff we care about. We just don't. We don't care about any of that. So if that's maybe what's happening, that's fine. But let's get it out today. Let's move past it. You'll never have to deal with us again. But let's just figure that out, okay?
If he gave me money for sex?
Yeah.
I mean, not every time.
Okay.
But yeah, the $60 and there's another time there was 100.
Mm-hmm.
There's another time it was 250.
Mm-hmm. You're doing very good. Okay. You can imagine we know quite a bit about Chris that we're not telling you we know about. Okay? We've gone through
Have you
this.
guys
Sorry begins to echo.
talked to him? Did you guys tell you this?
We've talked to him.
He told you this?
He's told us everything, so it's time to get it out.
He told you that he hired a male escort. Pretty much. I mean, in short.
Yeah. So you can see why we were a little bit angry earlier when you weren't telling us the truth. So how about this? Let's take a big breath
I don't want
and get it out.
the media out there having my name with prostitute next to it.
Well, we don't either, but we gotta get down to the truth, too.
Alright guys, until next time, like, subscribe, share, or don't. See ya.